showing my core center.
Never Shorty's ready.
I'm not ready.
Born
it's
ready.
Really bright on the glasses though. No.
Ready? Let's go, Shorty. You know he's filming.
Of course I do, because I've seen all the horrible outtakes.
I mean, amazing intakes.
It's great. What was the name of this show? Wait a second. It was Bury It Next to Jasper's Leg. It's a long name for an episode.
It's a beautiful name.
Welcome everyone to Beer the Walking Dead. I'm Shorty.
And I'm Travis. We're going to break down your latest episode of Fear the Walking Dead.
We're also going to break down another Hazy. Thanks, Travis. While we break down season, oh God, I already forgot. Season 7, episode 6?
Yep. We're going to break down Lagunitas' Hazy. And what is that episode titled again?
It's called Bury Her Next to Jasper's Lake. It's way longer than the rest of their episode names.
Bury Her Next to Jasper's Lager.
Bury Her Next to Jasper's Lager.
To the review?
Nice. Oh crap. I'm so in the
Amazing
wrong side
beer.
right now.
Let's get rolling, sister.
All right. So
she likes this. You like this show now, right? You like the show.
I do. I officially like the show. Awesome. Officially. And I actually had to watch it by myself too, which I haven't done in I don't know how many seasons of watching the shows. I had to watch it by myself. It was really good. So we start off and there's a chick running away. Shocker, someone's running away from Virginia. Yep. Shocker. Also a shocker, it was like a horror movie, and she trips and falls and gets caught.
Yeah, it's so funny because she's wearing the exact same outfit that Sarah wears. And so she had like, the plaid jacket on and the truck driver hat. I'm like, oh my God, that's Sarah. Then as I watch closer, I'm like, wait, that's not her. Huh. And she falls over. And again, Virginia has caught somebody who is spray painting this message, the end is the beginning.
So I did actually have to go and rewind and see if it was the same person.
Yeah.
When Sarah showed up, I was like, and I was looking for like the
flashback.
Yeah, I was like, but I was really confused at the beginning. I was like, wrong hat, everything. Okay, I digress.
And amazingly, this is another person who would rather die than reveal their secrets about this.
Oh, and takes her ass out.
So these people are her own ass. These people are so dedicated to this movement against Virginia that they'd rather kill themselves than divulge any information. It's pretty crazy.
But the best part is she actually calls Virginia out for being scared.
Yes.
So she actually says, oh, you're scared. Mm-hmm. And, Virginia denies it, but no, she's scared. Yeah. She's scared. So, and like, shit's now showing up in random places, like out in the middle of the woods. So now there's a path, like a trail of breadcrumbs that people can follow. Yes.
And so she says she was marking trees. This girl's a lumberjack. She's obviously leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for someone to find back or find this trail. And so this woman, instead of giving up information, kills herself, shoots herself in the face. And Virginia is she's beside herself, wondering what the hell is going on here. Yep. And every episode we see how scared she is about what's going on and has no control over what's happening. But we know there's just fractions of people that are upset with this woman, that hate Virginia. So, she's obviously, she knows what's going on.
So then I think the next important thing that we cut to is their relationship struggles between John and June. Mm-hmm. That's kind of hard to say. Like Johnny Cash and June Cash.
John and June.
What?
Right? Doom, 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 doom.
Anyways, so they meet back up. Well, June tries to save somebody that failed miserably, but whatever. So they meet up again, and he really is trying to convince her, run away with me. I have it all planned out. I got it all planned out thanks to, what's her bucket?
Virginia.
No, the girl that Virginia killed. Never mind.
In the beginning?
Never mind. Anyways, so why can't I think of her fucking name? Anyways, cut that out. Fast forward.
So we see June, and and Sarah comes back. Sarah's the actual real person that looks like she's Mo Collins. You might know her as Stewart's mom from Mad TV.
I did not even catch that.
You see June's frustrations in this makeshift hospital she has in Sarah's truck, the back of her trailer. They have a pulse ox set up so they can actually monitor heart monitors on there and airflow. And she literally is trying to cut someone's appendix out. She's never done it before, but she's going to try for this guy. To the point where June is so distraught with what meager things they have to save people's lives. She's actually on top of this guy trying to save him, even though she knows he's dead.
Well, they were late. So they were late on something because she alluded to, like, had we been here sooner, I could have saved him. So they were late for something.
Sure.
But the person whose name I can't think of is significant because John does not tell her why she died yet.
Right.
Which is not going to matter anymore anyway.
Right. The girl from the settlement from Lawton who did the clothes, because I guess June knew her or whatever.
Probably a little family. Okay. Anyways, go on.
And so
It's just really bothering
she
me.
said she was late because they don't have a hospital. So whenever there's a problem, June has to drive out in this diesel truck to basically be the on-site EMT. And so instead of having like a main hospital, a main facility where they bring people back to, she has to go out there. And a diesel, getting a 13-point turn to get on the road to go somewhere is obviously taking up all their time. And so June's just losing patient after patient. She's super frustrated because she wants to help people.
Yeah.
It's really all she can do in the apocalypse.
It's very clearly noted that she's asked for a hospital from Virginia. Virginia has denied her, which now makes more of a play to the end of this episode, which is really good. But
and another main character that we get to see, June is taken off of her path to go to an emergency that's happening over at the oil fields. We know from last season that Luciana's there, and she's there to basically, she knows how to refine oil. And so they're putting oil into gas at an old pump. And so once they show up there, all shit breaks loose.
Sabotage. Producer, you can put that song in because I really like it. So yeah, sabotage, right? And you don't know that. So June, John, they're all worried that shit's gonna happen with Virginia, that Virginia's not gonna let crap go down, like they're not gonna be able to save these people. So there's always a concern in the back of their head. And of course that comes to fruition for sure. But one of the key things that I actually didn't see coming was so they were sabotaged, right?
Yes.
So whoever has been leaving the messages obviously created this chaos amongst these the poor innocent people, by the way. So
that would just work there.
Yeah, exactly. So June being the one medical person, John knows what's up. She convinces him that no, it's going to be okay. I'm actually going to save these people. Right. But no, like shit hits the fan. Like we knew that was going to happen. So shit hits the fan. June's still trying to save people. So they go into like the depths of destruction. Sure. And Virginia, her only point, she doesn't care about any of the people. She cares about getting the answers as to who did this whole situation.
And Luciana and June, everyone knows all Virginia wants the information. She doesn't care about the people that are dying. They all have masks on, they can barely see. It's raining fire and brimstone from here, right? It's just, the place is it's just ready to explode. Everything's ready to blow up. They get in there, people are hurt everywhere left and right, and June is torn because she's the only real medical person here. And she's basically not able to help anybody. They walk into a room and we see from the beginning of the episode, we see Wes. He's actually in the ground. We know from the guy who likes to paint. He likes to paint with Alicia. So we got to see them, not back together, but we see that he likes to paint. And so they actually, Virginia made them go and search his tent, and they found a lot of paint in his tent, and now Virginia thinks that he's part of this fraction of people that want to.
Right, and she tortures him. He has shrapnel metal inside his body, and she tortures him.
Yes, right here. Oh God.
Awful. It's so terrible. Yeah. And I love though that still June. I have a love-hate with her in this episode, but she carries out with giving him. I mean, she's got a gun to her head, and she still applies him whatever sedative that he needs to be knocked out. So, and Virginia's obviously pissed, but then she gets hers.
Yeah, so the zombies start walking into the building that they're in, and we start to see that there's shrapnel on the hands of these zombies. So it's like, what is really happening here?
Oh, they were razor blades.
Yes.
It wasn't even shrapnel. It was straight up razor blades with electrical tape to keep that shit on.
Definitely set up. And so now Virginia thinks people there are doing it.
Brilliant, by the way.
It was pretty nice, right? Because they're coming already gashing you.
It's like guard dogs. Right. Like, it's like better than guard dogs. You got zombies with razor blades, like, taped on their hands.
It reminds you of what they did at the junkyard. Remember with the guy with the helmet on? And
yes.
So very much,
Yes.
very much planned, very
Dirty.
much, nefarious.
Dirty.
Something's happening nefarious. We don't know people in there set it up. We don't know if people outside did it. But basically, a big explosion happens, and Virginia pulls June back into the place where she is to kind of tone her down and to wait till things get better so they can leave.
And then, so they get knocked out, knocked the fuck out, and they wake up to a zombie attacking Virginia.
Yes.
And then June gets to have a moral dilemma, and she chooses unwisely.
Yeah, so Virginia gets bit on her hand, and we, as you know from Herschel, we know that they can save people after they've been bitten in certain extremities, certain limbs. And so she has an axe in her hand. Virginia says, "Give me the axe. You can cut my hand off." And June's like, "Of course I can, but I'm not going to." And then you see this moral dilemma, and Virginia's like, "What do you mean? Cut my hand off?"
She brings up her dumb sister.
Huh?
So June's obviously got a heart.
Yeah.
Goddamn people in apocalypse having a heart, but she has a heart. So Virginia really kind of pulls on the heartstrings of June, and then whack.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like whack-a-mole.
She makes Virginia promise her that she'll build a hospital. And as you know from June, from the early in the episode, this is all she set on is helping people. And building this hospital will give her the resources she needs to actually treat people that need to be helped. And that's really kind of fulfilling a huge part of her. And so as you think as she wants to be selfless, but she's being selfish in doing this. So it's a very kind of like a weird, crazy struggle. Like, is she doing this for the better good? She's doing it for herself just so she has something, just so she has a purpose. But then by not killing Virginia, letting her die, a lot of people are going to be upset, and Virginia hurts a lot of people. So do the means justify the ends?
No. And she's going to lose the love of her life. That's fine, too.
Yes.
And even when they all get out, so John finds them, right? John finds them, saves them. So even with everybody's asking June, why?
Yeah.
Why the F did you save her? Even if it was for the hospital's sake. Yes. You can build a fucking hospital after she's dead. Who the fuck cares? Right. So it seems a weird soapbox almost that she's on. It just doesn't, I don't know how that weighs out properly. If you don't have Virginia in the picture anymore, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And for the most part, it's going to be for the greater good anyway. So I do not get the thought process that went through June's head, and it just confirmed that I don't like her.
So we see her in the episode that Dory's driving with June, and he has this way of just, we can drive away. I know we can do it. We'll get some oil from the oil field.
So sad.
And we're going to leave. And June, she's reluctant, even though she's saying yes. You could tell in her eyes she's saying no. So a couple seasons back, we've seen June leave Dory because she's just said, every group, everywhere we go, it's all shit. It's always shit people. It's always shit wherever we go. I'm tired of moving around. I'm tired of liking and loving people because shit's going to happen. So she goes, you know what? Virginia might be shit. As long as I have my hospital, I can dwell on this and not worry about it because it'll be shit wherever I go anyways. That's all she's saying.
I would have had more respect for June if she didn't do it out of fear versus whatever she's doing to justify staying there.
Sure.
Right? So, in the end, I was actually I was so proud of John, in the end, because he really chooses, all right, she's my wife?
Yeah,
they're
married.
Whatever they are. Anyway, so it was my wife, my partner. She doesn't get it. She doesn't get that this is going to destroy me.
Sure.
And so I don't blame him. I've been all peace out bitch too. So.
And you see just from the last episode when Dory went so hard to find her, June is very much she loves you, but she's dead on the outside. She'll be with someone, she loves them, but it's not I will do anything for you love. She's kind of I'm just here to fulfill a purpose, and Dory's not. Dory loves her head over heels and will do anything for her and doesn't understand why she doesn't reciprocate because she's not like that. She's kind of already dead here. She just wants a purpose, and Dory wants to be with someone. That's his purpose. And that's not, they're on definitely different playing fields, so Dory at the very end of the episode was just
So it's very interesting that that's what happened with Dwight and Sherry. And now this is what's happening with with
John Dory.
I just keep calling him John now because the whole episode they called him John. You only refer to him as Dory. So that's what happened now with June and John. just think it's so June and Johnny Cash. I think that's great, by the way.
Which I think is hurtful in the end because, you know, by having him have a key to Lawton, it really set them up more strategically to have a better takeover. John leaving puts a big, huge rift on who'll be over Lawton. They don't have that power anymore. Obviously, he's going to go find Morgan, help him with that establishment. But I think Dory could have been more influential in Lawton as the key bearer and not running off to him to go hide. So we'll see how this all plays out.
But yeah, his mental state can't handle it though. Like he can't. Like if you're going to profess something to somebody, and then, so he got destroyed kind of twice. He's professing that I cannot stay here. And you may be the love of my life, and you are not going to go with me. Now you feel like you have this other purpose. Like, that dude just got destroyed this episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely, he got destroyed. And you see Strand's a piece of shit. He has no problem playing off this facade and making this all work so that he can be infiltrated from the inside. Dory can't do it. Dory hasn't got that kind of heart. He's not that kind. He's like a Morgan. He's got a moral compass, and even to his own detriment, he's gonna fulfill that compass. So, pretty good episode, and Shorty is coming around. And
I'm coming around.
One thing I love about the show is there's such good writing. You actually feel for every character. And at the end, we actually see June, part of Haven's Hospital, wants Sarah to be with her, and also Sarah's best friend, which is Wendell, the guy in the wheelchair. And so seeing him again, you just see Sarah just like overcome with emotion.
Right.
So, you know, there's a lot good going on, as much as it's in the shit, and June kind of sees that for what it is. And like I said, but, you know, at some point, you know, is it selfless or selfish? And you kind of have to make those choices, and obviously, she made hers.
I do love, though, that John made his own decision.
Yes.
He manned up, made his own decision, what was right for him. So same thing, almost like Daryl did, right?
Or Dwight, yeah, just like Dwight.
Daryl, Daryl, Jesus. Yeah, so really liked it. It was good. It was good. And at first I was proud of June, and then I hated her. So there's that.
Yeah, that scene at the end when he's driving off the opposite direction is total like another John Waters, like fuck yeah, like, you know, it was such a good cinematography. The music was there, and just all the emotions of him just sucking up. Like, you know, I'm going on my own now. If I get caught, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose June, I'm gonna lose everything. But I'm still gonna do it for myself and just for what's right.
So my one question with that though is, did he tell June? I think it was marker 39. Did he tell June it was marker 39?
I believe he said, but it seemed like she kind of like talked over it real quick. Like she didn't kind of like, I don't think she processed what he was saying.
So I hope so. I hope she doesn't know.
But I think that she has it, and obviously he knows where she is. So if he needs to get to her, he knows a way of getting her.
Oh, he's
out
not getting to her. He's going to Morgan.
Well, good episode.
It was a good episode.
Cheers.
Cheers, darling. Cheers, everybody.
Poor Jasper's leg.
Oh. Well, he's got company now.
Yeah. He does have company.
He's got a whole body of company. Red leather. Yellow leather.
So much red leather.
Brown
chicken, brown cow. Ready? Let's go, Shorty. You know he's filming.
Of course I do, because I've seen all the horrible outtakes.
Mean amazing intakes.
It's great. What was the name of this show? Wait a second. It was Bury It Next to Jasper's Leg. Feel for this.
Drinking you is easy because you're beautiful.
I can break glass.
That wasn't too bad.
I can break glass.
So Hazy, by dropping it or with the octave?
With my octave.
Okay.
See? Exactly.
It's all the foam I got now. So the beer we did today is from Lagunitas. Again, carrying our streak of California beers. This is from Petaluma. Amazing, delicious set of beers they have at Lagunitas. Everything from stouts, porters, IPAs. This is their hazy IPA. It's called Hazy Wonder. Shorty, you want to tell us how you like it, or if you don't like it?
I'm going to actually talk a little bit about Lagunitas. So Lagunitas is probably one of the most generous breweries around. Like, they really do, they're at so many brewfests that obviously raise money for nonprofits. Their beer circus.
Yes, the beer circus.
Balls out legit.
Yeah.
So much fun. We've actually gone probably 3 years in a row. Obviously, we didn't have one this last year, but they popped up on my Facebook memories, and I was very sad. So I just want to thank Lagunitas in general for being such a great community sponsor. Like, they do so many good things for the communities.
Yep.
So, and not just their communities in Northern California. So.
Yeah, and the beer circus is kind of like think of like a big top Rocky Horror Picture Show with a lot of drinking and a lot of fun people. It's
so
nuts.
much fun. Where can you
nuts.
get like burlesque and circus acts and games, like
Yes.
midway games,
Yeah.
all in one fairgrounds?
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's
It's amazing.
phenomenal. This beer itself, their Hazy Wonder, has about 4 different types of hops in it. It's very light, it's tropical, it's very smooth. It's a very easy IPA for a hazy. It's only 6.8, which is kind of like on the money. You know, not too bitter. I think it's a great aftertaste.
It's got a little bit of an aftertaste. Not crazy bitter, not crazy hoppy, but all that exists. So, am I a huge fan? Only because y'all know that I'm not into hoppiness, but it's still for me, it's still drinkable. Like, it's not over the top. So
Hoppiness is close to godliness. It's not hoppy at all. It doesn't have the traditional West Coast piney taste to it. I mean, a little bit, but you look at
you can actually smell the pine.
The tasting notes. It says very much fruitiness. I don't taste a lot of fruit. I don't taste the citrus I'm used to in my hazy IPAs. So definitely, it's a non-traditional West Coast IPA, and you can pretty much drink it all night. It's really good and it's light. Good review. Thank you, Lagunitas.
Cheers, all.
We are at.
We're back. We're back at Junction.
So here, we're at Junction Brewery and Grill. We're back at Junction, back in the saddle again at 110 West American Canyon Road in American Canyon, California. It's one of our favorite places. We call it home. It's an amazing wing here, amazing food here. The nights here we're open is they have Tuesday night karaoke from 5 to 10. Every other day besides Monday, we're open 1 to 10. Please come in while the colors are still right to be outside in public. We do have inside seating, outside seating, so please come in. Shorty, what do you like about this place?
Well, again, enjoy the seating while you can.
Yeah, exactly.
There's that. What I enjoy about this place, so you all should actually give them a like and stuff on Facebook, because they are in works with having some events going forward.
Yep.
Well, I don't want to call them events. We'll just say crowd pleasers. I'm going to say crowd pleasers going forward. So give them a follow on Facebook. Hopefully they start posting a little bit more about what they have going on. But food is phenomenal. The wait staff and the people that work here are phenomenal. Well, Travis is okay, but just joking.
We have Thursday sushi here. The bartenders have light elbows. You gotta
And
love
you guys
that.
do Taco Tuesdays too, right? Don't we
Taco
have
Tuesdays. We have a rotating draft schedule up here, which is pretty nice. We have beers from all over California.
And their patio is really nice. The patio, even if we do have to go to outside seating, the patio is really nice.
Football games inside and outside,
Right.
TVs
Football's
on both
on the back,
sides.
football's on the
Absolutely.
ground
Come get
here.
your fix on Sundays and football. Half price wings and pizzas all day. You can't beat it.
Oh.
Okay? So I will see you at Junction
Yes.
or on YouTube, whichever is closer.
Probably Junction.
Good review.